As certain as death and taxes, we are told the meek will definitely inherit the earth. Perhaps, but not always. Consider, if you will, Mr. Archie Lochner, a well-known petty crook, sidebar 6-for-5er Shylock, registered coward, and owner of a yellow streak so vivid it could be slathered on a hot dog. Mr. Lochner was written out of the will when the meek were guaranteed their inheritance. And just now, he's trying to avoid another kind of payoff. A soulful payoff in that off-track betting parlor we call the Twilight Zone.
Seize your flight, you four-flushing fishfire! This is the second most ill-advised action you have ever taken, Archie Lochner, you miserable garment of human meat. The first was trying to make a bargain that would outwit me. I'm 32,000 years old, you human virus. Even among my peers in the fourth canonic order of demons, I'm considered a truly ghastly dinner companion. Did I mention I enjoy sucking the marrow from the living bones of idiots like you? Whatever made you think you could outwit the magnificence of Volker?
I still got 2 days. The contract ain't up for 2 days. Why is it you're tormenting me?
Because I'm a demon, you imbecile. I don't send singing telegrams. I torment. It's what I do. That's why I'm called a demon instead of the Easter Bunny.
2 days? You made the deal. You don't bug me for 2 days.
Bug you. Bug you. 2 days from now, I'll remember you mentioned bugs. Perhaps I'll turn you into one. A small, black, crawling bug. Not unlike the kind I spear with a claw, crack like a nutshell, and feed to my serpent mate, Diptha. She loves to be bugged.
You gotta help me. You gotta save me. My life is in your hands. It's gonna turn me into a bug, a thing that crawls, and then it's gonna eat me. No. It's gonna give me to his wife, his snake lady, and she's gonna eat me. So you better help me, because if you don't, it's gonna be all over for me.
Why don't you twist off his head, Mr. Lancaster, sir?
I perceive that you must be seriously deranged to burst in here unannounced, Archie, with half my boys looking for you. That is, unless you have secreted somewhere on your scrofulous body the $165,000, including today's interest at 750%, that you have owed me for 3 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days.
You gotta protect me, Mr. Lancaster.
I can do that, sir. I can twist off his head for you, Mr. Lancaster, sir.
Sit, Bork. Nino, before we have Gus and Bork reduce him to his component parts for shipment, would you be interested in hearing his tale of woe?
Calmly now, Archie. Tell us what seems to have unhinged you.
The 165 G's I got loaned from you, I needed it because I had to make this kind of deal with this demon. This thing with big teeth, he calls himself Volkerps.
A supernatural being.
Yeah, you got it. A creature of Stygian darkness, a denizen of the nether reaches, a monster from some nameless plane of witchcraft and horror. Yeah, you got it.
Bork, twist his head off.
No, I ain't making it up, Mr. Lancaster. Honest, I ain't making this up. That thing's after me. He's right out there in the alley.
Go on.
Well, we made this kind of deal, me and this Volkerps. See, he gives me all the winners at Pimlico, Aqueduct, Santa Anita, Hawthorne, Liberty Bell, and Maywood, all in the same day, see?
In exchange for?
First refusal option on 51% of my immortal soul.
Things must be worse in hell than we know. Your soul's gotta be pretty grungy and soiled, kid.
They said good help was hard to come by. He mentioned doing windows and floors. What do I know?
Then you'd be able to pay me back in full. including the crippling interest rate, and you'd finally manage to extricate yourself from the nasty, brutish life that distinguishes you.
Well, that's how I supposed it will be. Oh, yeah, sure. And pigs will fly, eh? I mean, he gave me all the winners, all right. 20, 30, 42 of them. And I bet them all, and they won. Each and every one of them. Except a few of them, they had strokes, and they died as they crossed the finish line. And a bunch of them got disqualified because it was full of dope. And 11 of them got scratched for bumping in the stretch. And on and on and on like that. Oh, sure. They all came in first, all right. And I lost every cent I got for you, Mr. Lancaster. And that's why I've been ducking your collectors. And that's why this Mr. Volkrups is going to come and take me away and eat me if you don't protect me.
Why should I bother, even allowing that this fantasy has a basis in fact?
Well, $165,000 plus the interest for 4 months, including next week.
Miss Thorne is my accountant, Archie. She makes a strong case for your continued existence, despite its truly distinguished wretchedness.
Then you believe me?
I believe that I believe you believe it. As the most powerful underworld figure in this great metropolis, I have managed to make cohesive sense of the rackets. Now I grow bored. Ennui fills my days and nights. Save for the joys of my association with Miss Thorne, of course. You've bought yourself a momentary reprieve through dint of sheer imagination, Archie. I won't have Gus and Bork dissect you. I will assist you. Already I feel heroic. Now tell me, how did you even go about locating a demon in these conservative climes?
Well, this is, woman I heard about, supposed to have a strong in with the netherworld. I visited a couple of times. She set it up. I think she gets a commission.
I suggest we pay her a visit. Gus, the car, if you please.
Try to hurry, dear. We have dinner with the mayor tonight.
You are the impressive Cassandra Fishbein, trafficker in the black arts?
I'm a beautician, beauty technician, and cosmetologist. I got a license.
Miss Fishbein, my name is Nino Lancaster. I'm a business associate of Mr. Lochner here. He advises me you served as a go-between, amanuensis, amicus curiae, for him and a, personage named Volkrups.
I'm calling a cop.
Probably not. Very likely in my employ in any case. I ask your assistance voluntarily. Or perhaps I could ask my employee, Mr. Chaucer, to persuade you.
Hey, who the hell are you? Look, I'm just a poor businesswoman trying to make an honest buck in a world of kids hot for purple hair and shaved heads.
Ah, yes. Business. Have you ever considered the range of unexpected tragedies that could befall an unwary coiffeuse, whose insurance premiums, no matter how exorbitant, would not cover the mysterious mixing of DDT with her shampoos? All the inconvenience resulting from perhaps, all of a sudden, the truckers who schlep said wares from the distributors decide they've lost the bills of lading, and said goods wind up in Beirut? Or the constituted authorities suddenly get it into their heads to toss the businesswoman's apartment for illegal and noxious substances, which would, I'm sure, result in said authorities discovering nickel bags of such vegetation and powders stuck down in the pillows of a sofa? Pardon my complex syntax, but I imagine you get my drift.
Well, yeah, I set it up for this guy, but I'm just sort of a clearinghouse for a select few demons and soul traders of a very high quality. There's this quota of souls they have to make each year just to stay in good with the boss, and I'm sort of a canvasser, a scout, to steer likely prospects.
Excellent. Here, you will set up a meeting with Mr. Volkrups for us.
Oh, put me down.
When?
Dare
Now,
You're out of your mind. This Volkerps has a very ugly personality. He'd think I'd turn him. Are you trying to get me snuffed?
have you ever considered how cold and uncomfortable it is being hung upside down on a meat hook in a freezer?
By all the Majas of Solomon's court, by the three-eyed moon of Astaroth, I call thee, Volkerps, to come forth.
Cassandra, I smell betrayal.
Oh, honestly, they made me call you. Get him. Do it, almighty Volkerps. Waste him.
First things first, Cassandra. The little rat human, he has 2 days. But you... Next.
Do understand there? Pile! Pile!
What happened? Where's Nino?
I don't know. He's dead. He's gotta be dead. Volkerps came. Big. He was big and right there. He came straight from hell. He still stunk a rotten egg.
You left him? You ran?
He ran like hell. The thing just fricasseed the woman. Hit her with some kind of laser. It turned her into ashes like an old cigar.
Oh my God, Nino! Nino! All right. That means we have to consolidate our interests. Get the accounts transferred into the corporate name, begin amortizing the rolling stock, and make sure that none of the boys try to take over the territory.
Are you crazy? That thing's gonna fry us and eat us. It's coming!
Who's there?
Nino, open up.
You alone?
I said open the door, now.
Nino, honey, what happened? Can you walk?
Obviously.
Well, is your body burned?
It's going to be a little more difficult than I thought.
I'm doomed. If you can't take him, what chance have I got?
I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was going to be a little more difficult than at first I thought.
How'd she get away?
I dazzled him with fancy footwork. Okay, let's get to it. Gus, Bork, go see Nuncio at the docks. Have him talk to our people at the ship fitting operation. Get me 100 gallons of lead paint.
What color, boss?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it comes in battleship gray, you know, which is like your standard color. Maybe we can get him to mix up a special batch in some nice pastel.
Quiet! I don't care what color. Get gray, get anything, but get me 100 gallons with the highest lead content they can find. Then spray the inside of this office. Ceiling, floor, walls, windows, every inch of it, every corner. Then do it all over again. And when you're done, do it 10 times more. While they're getting the paint, you keep an eye on Archie. I've got a long trip ahead of me.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just go and leave me here. Where you going? Where's he going?
Some things you don't want to know.
This is gonna save me?
I am not at the pinnacle of my profession for nothing, Archie. We have to wait till midnight. He'll come at midnight. Anybody who wants to go, Do it now. Not you, Arky.
Here's looking at you, kid.
I thought you'd had enough!
I'll give you one chance.
What?
Cancel the contract with Arky. Give him about $1 million to make up for what he lost at the track. Go slime back to your pit, and I won't kick the crap out of you. Hazel, the door! Arky, the patch!
I'm bleeding. I'm actually losing pus, ichor, and lovely slime.
You lousy twerp. Enough is enough. Submit. I order you by the power of Asmodeus, Belphegor, Belial, and the Toad of Death, to suppress thyself. Submit, suppress. Get your miserable, ugly backside into the box, you twerp. You lousy punk. I've had some small experience in these matters.
Is that how you got away from him in the beauty shop?
Mm-hmm. He got me a little, but he couldn't get me very much.
Huh.
Oh, then you. I'll rend you. I'll savage you. I'll shred you. I'll suck your bones dry as death.
Listen, punk. You think you're the first slug from hell, all puffed up with hot air, who ever tried to muscle in on my operation? If you're wondering how I beat you, look around in there. You're small potatoes.
Papa? Papa, what are you doing in here?
You idiot. Oh, I know I shouldn't have left the family business in your inept claws. You're a fool.
Like father, like son.
You saved me. You saved me.
Yeah, I saved you. Now all you gotta do is make a deal with me. Business, Arky, is strictly business.
Oh, Arky. Poor Mr. Lochner. In that magical, mystical bookie parlor we call the Twilight Zone, there's an old, very old saying. Making a deal with a demon is seriously crazy. But making a deal with the master of demons, well, that's crazy as a soup sandwich.
We're staying in town a little longer, Aunt Dorothy. Jeffrey's dying to meet you. I'm dying for him to meet you.
I wish I had the chance this visit, too. Why don't you bring him with you next time you come to Vermont?
I know he'd love it. But I don't want to be a hassle.
Oh, it's no hassle. When I was still teaching, I used to have my students up for the weekend all the time. I actually miss the company something.
Aunt Dorothy? What?
That man. No, it couldn't be.
Who is it?
Two women, a man, a chase down library steps, and so our story begins. Like life, all stories have a beginning, middle, and end. But the distances between beginning and end, between story and life, can sometimes be deceptive, especially when viewed through the shifting prisms of the Twilight Zone.
Come on.
Who is that man?
It just may be someone I knew very many years ago. Oh, it was the fall of 1933. I was fresh out of college, just 22. I was taking my first teaching assignment in a small Appalachian town, Powder Ridge, West Virginia.
Ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
You should put all your shoes in the one bag.
Oh, not shoes, books.
Miss Livingston.
Yes, I'm Dorothy Livingston. Oh, you must be Mrs.
Darkweiler, Roberta. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, too.
You best give that one here, son.
Oh, do as the gentleman says, will you?
Yes, sir, Mrs. Darkweiler.
I didn't realize you'd be leaving so soon. I have so many questions.
Well, I'm afraid my sister's baby isn't willing to wait.
Oh.
Now, don't worry. There is nothing that you need to know that isn't in the notes I left you on my desk.
Well, let's get on board now, ma'am.
Oh, now, don't worry. These 3 months are going to fly by, and by the time I get back, you're going to wish I would have stayed away forever.
Something else not covered in my notes, something important. There's a boy, a primary grader. His name is Micah Frost. Now, he's going to want to be able to use the school library very often. You must never deny him access to the library. Never. You understand?
very clean. And the bed is firm. I checked first thing. Listen, I'm going to have to go soon. This is very expensive. I know. I'm going to miss our after-supper talks, too. I'll call you first thing next Sunday and let you know how everything went, okay? I will. I love you, too. Very much. Very much. Good night, Mother. Okay. Daniel Elledge?
Present.
Okay. Nathaniel Elledge?
Present.
Micah Frost?
Present.
Okay. Jennifer Hayes? While the expanding colonies were growing wealthy and independent, Britain maintained that the colonies existed solely for its own profit and were to be tightly ruled by the king and parliament back in England. Up until 1763, however, control over the colonies was fairly lax. But after France was defeated in the French and Indian Wars, Britain decided to restore control and tax the colonies to help pay for the war. In addition to numerous new taxes imposed on the colonists, a standing army was to be sent to America, to be quartered at colonial expense, and settlement beyond your own Appalachian Mountains was forbidden. Micah Frost. Micah Frost?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me the natural border the British chose beyond which colonial settlement was forbidden?
No, ma'am. I can't.
I just mentioned it a moment ago. The Appalachians. I suggest you put your other work aside for later and listen to the lesson at hand. In 1765, Micah. Micah. Time to go home.
So in order to add the two fractions, we must first determine the common denominator. Who'd like to try that for us? Mossy?
Look at this!
Micah? Micah, may I see you down here a minute? Micah, I've been going over the school records, and as far as I can tell, Mrs. Dockweiler hasn't had a conference with your parents in quite some time. I was wondering if you could shed some light on that.
My parents died in an accident in our truck more than a year ago.
I'm sorry. Who's taking care of you?
It's just me and my grandfather now.
I see. Well, would you ask your grandfather if he could stop by the schoolhouse some afternoon soon? I'd like to talk to him.
No, he couldn't. He's got too much to do.
I see. Please tell him then that I'll stop by and see him sometime soon.
You can't do that.
Micah.
Just write a note. That's what Mrs. Dockweiler does. I promise he'll read it.
Well, I'm afraid that won't do in this case.
You can't see him. You can't.
And the princess heard the lion in the brambles, but she couldn't see it, but she knew it was hungry, and she knew it was coming closer to her.
And as the sun disappeared behind the mountains, the forest grew very dark. And the princess heard the lions in the bramble, but she couldn't see it. But she knew it was hungry. And she knew it was coming closer to her. Good night, Granddad. How much did you hear?
Just the very last. Micah, I apologize. When I stepped up here, it was not my intention to eavesdrop. Micah, why don't you tell me what's going on?
The man in there? The man I call my grandfather?
Yes?
Well, he's not my grandfather. He's my great-great-great-grandfather. Born in 1793. He's 141 years old.
Micah, I've never heard of anyone outside of the Bible living past 110. How?
I keep him alive. Like my daddy did. And my daddy's daddy. Well, and his daddy before him. I keep him alive By telling them stories.
Stories?
Not whole stories, but stories left in the middle. Left that so he's got to stay alive. Got to live till the next day to find out what happens.
Oh, Micah, stories don't keep someone alive.
But they do. Every night I finish a story from the night before. Then I start a new one. Always leaving off at some middle spot. Some spot where he's aching to know what's going to happen next. I used to sit with my daddy when he told the stories. Told me to listen, too. And learn. Because in 10 years or so, it was going to be my turn. Then he and Mama died out on old Simpson Bridge. Came to be up to me that very day. Have been ever since.
You make up a story all by yourself every day?
Got to.
Micah, even if it is your stories that keep him alive, everybody has their time here on Earth. Wouldn't it be wrong to keep such an old man alive in such a way?
I remember lying in bed lots of nights, hearing my mama argue about that same thing, my daddy. But my daddy always said that as long as Granddad was clear-headed and comfortable, well, it was unthinkable for us, well, his family, not to do everything we could to keep him with us. Now that's my responsibility. Like it was my daddy's. I'm the man of the house now.
I want you to lay as still as you can, all right? All right?
Ah! My arm!
All right, just lay as still as you can, and we're going to get you help right away. All right, now, Russell, I want you to run into town and get the doctor. Tell him I sent you and that it's an emergency. It's all right. You just stay quiet. Just stay quiet.
Ow! Let me go! I gotta go home!
It looks like a compound break. May set easy and it may not. I'm going to suggest that he stay the night with my wife and me, just so I can keep an eye on him. Will you be sure to let his folks know?
Yes, of course, Doctor.
Good.
Miss Livingston, please!
Thank you, Doctor. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Mr. Frost?
Huh?
I'm Dorothy Livingston. I'm Micah's teacher.
Oh, yes. He's mentioned you several times in the last few days.
I've come because there's been an accident at school.
Micah?
He's all right. He's all right. He broke an arm in a fall from a tree. Apparently it's nothing serious. He's with the doctor now.
That boy's quite a climber. He's a real Frost. I never met a male Frost yet who wasn't most comfortable perched way up higher than anybody else. Did the doctor say what time the boy was likely to be home?
He won't be coming home tonight, Mr. Frost. He's going to be staying with the doctor and his wife until the morning.
You're still alive. You didn't need the stories. You didn't need the stories.
Micah. You dropped this yesterday when you fell. Oh. I finished the story that you'd begun last night, and I began another one. It's all in there.
But I didn't think that you believe...
I'm still not convinced that it's the stories that keep your great-great-great-grandfather alive. But I thought just in case.
I finished my 3-month teaching assignment in Powder Ridge. Gave all the books I'd brought with me to Micah as a gift. Got on the bus and have never been back. There have been a number of times over the past 50 years when I wondered just what became of that odd little boy and the old man.
And you think that man we're following is...
Micah.
But if the old man were 141 in 1933, he'd have to be close to 200 now.
Keep it. Thanks.
And as the woman watched, the door eased open very slowly.
Is the old man there? Is he 200 years old?
I can't say, Mother. Not until tomorrow.
Mr. Schlesinger, it's morning.
It's 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Rise and shine, Barney dear. Get up, you sleepyhead. Get up, get up.
Too loud, honey. Too late.
For most of us, our heart's desire seems to lie behind a bolted door. But what if the lives we find so familiar were someone else's dream come true? Perhaps for all of us, somewhere is a hidden door into the Twilight Zone.
Oh, shut up. And it's the time of day when people are shot. Morning. Rise and shine. Still dead, huh? Well, I tried. Maybe I ought to get a lawyer.
Morning, honey.
Oh, well. It isn't the creature who lives in the basement. Cleaning it up, I hope.
Katie, my girl. What do you think?
It's alive. Big deal.
No, it's not.
Look, Barney, I may have been born with a black thumb, but I think I know the difference between a plant that's alive and dead. That one's alive.
Well, technically it's not, you see, because I made it. And rather than going around watering things all day, you just sort of wind it up like this.
Oh, great. Another practical invention from the mind of Barney Schlesinger. Too bad you don't apply that much effort to your job.
And it only took me about 5 nights, you know. Took God 6 days.
But he made the original. You just made a copy, Barney.
No. I guess that means you probably don't want this up here then.
Shouldn't you be getting ready for work?
I'll take that as a no.
Nobody needs copies, Barney.
How about the Xerox?
Supposed to be a gift.
Thought you'd like it.
Yeah? Why should Katie like it? She can't kill it. Come on, face it, Barney, you got a blue sky mind. I mean, Marconi could have learned things from you. Look, it's just that your timing isn't right. You're a little, I don't know, out of step. I thought that mouse missile thing had real possibilities. Yeah, it was deadly.
Yeah. So the explosion left those little mouse parts all over the place, you know. People would rather have their nice, neat traps, I guess.
You getting enough sleep?
4 solid hours a night.
Well, you see, Barn, I mean, that's no good. I mean, you can't get anywhere by working yourself to death. You having those dreams again?
Every night for the past week.
What was it this time? Garden party? Or were you just examining your collection of fine wine?
Just waking up, that's all.
Yeah, but I don't understand that. Who's waking up? You or the guy in the dream?
Me? They're him. They're both of us. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've had this feeling that I was living in 2 worlds at the same time. 2 worlds that are just kind of side by side, but very different. Yeah. It's starting to get a little confusing.
So enjoy the fantasy. At least you got that much.
Yeah, but it's happening every night lately, and I'm just worried. You think maybe I'm losing my mind?
You come on, Barn.
Nice day, Mr. Schlesinger.
Aren't they all, Steve?
May I ask you a question, sir?
Little inside information, Steve? Trimboline splits at 50. I want you to stick with us.
Thank you.
Sorry I'm late.
I suppose you're expecting dinner.
Oh, sure. Dinner.
No, let's talk first, shall we?
You promised me you wouldn't disturb my workshop, huh?
No, you promised me you'd clean it up. Barney, this stuff has been down here since we moved in. Look at it. Look at us. It's just wrong.
All right. You're right. You know, I'll clean this stuff up.
And then we can start over fresh. And you can stop working on these stupid inventions.
Well, they're not stupid, all right? Even if they were, hon, I don't think I could stop. My mind just works that way.
Well, then let your mind work on this. If you want to sleep in my bed, you'll clean this up tonight.
Some choice.
It's 8 o'clock, Barney dear. Let's play, shall we? Blue moon, you left me standing alone.
Hey, would you just shut up? Good old mouse missile. I must be going crazy.
I'll be right up.
Hurry!
Here I am.
There you are. We thought you disappeared.
Well, we made it. We are on the front page of the business section. Barney Schlesinger, president of Trimboline Enterprises, and his partner, Milton Bomsey, have announced the development of Trimboline 3. Oh, and then there's a lot of boring history about Barney and his earlier wonder substances before we get to the heart of the matter. Trimboline 3 is a superfuel which Schlesinger states will allow the automobile to attain speeds as great as 60 miles per hour with a fuel efficiency of 100 miles per gallon. Schlesinger further claims that Trimboline-powered automobiles will replace the horse in a few years. I get the impression, once again, they are skeptical. And once again, they will learn. Barney Schlesinger is a man ahead of his time.
Well, let's hope so.
A toast. Great. Well, to my best friend and partner, whose inventions have made the world a better place, and all of us a little richer.
Here, here. Here, here.
All right.
Would you care to dance, old friend?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I'd been born a man. Dancing always seems to be such fun. Don't be silly. We weren't built for it. Men's legs are so much stronger. We have other talents. Isn't it high time you made an honest man of the lovely Mr. Schlesinger? Propose to Barney? Well, I must admit the thought has crossed my mind. He's so successful and intelligent. He's such a cute dancer. But you know, when he's with me, I'm never really sure he's with me. If you know what I mean. Another woman? You know how men are. Thank you for a lovely evening, Barney, in spite of the weather.
The carriages are here, ladies. Mr. Bomsey.
Hurry along, Milt.
You all right, friend? You seem distant tonight.
A little tired, maybe.
Those dreams again?
Dreams?
Your dreams. Where you live in a world next door. A world where you are completely freed from all these responsibilities, from all this fame and acclaim. I don't know what you find so attractive about it.
Well, it must seem pretty ridiculous, I guess.
Well, from the details you've told me, let's just say it sounds fascinating in a horrible sort of way. Barney, I've been meaning to ask.
Am I in those dreams?
Oh, yes. Yes, you are.
And am I still your partner?
You know, I can honestly say that in those dreams, you're still my best friend.
Then I'm happy in either world. Stay here, Barney. We need you as you are.
Will that be all for today, Mr. Schlesinger?
Great. Fine. Great. Thank you. Too bad you have to wake up.
I'm sorry to disturb you on a night like this, but my carriage broke down and my horse ran off.
Katie?
Have we met?
No, I don't believe so.
But you know my name.
Well, you look like a Katie. Yes. Well, please, just go ahead and sit down while I find the butler. Jeeves? Morgan? Henry?
Coming, sir.
You know, I've driven by this house every day and night for the past 3 years.
Really?
I always wondered who lived here. It never occurred to me to suspect that it would be the famous Barney Schlesinger.
I didn't realize I was that famous.
Would it be impertinent if I asked you a question?
No, I can't see how.
Where do you get your ideas for those fabulous inventions?
Excuse me, Mr. Schlesinger. The blacksmith has found Madame's horse and repaired her carriage.
Great, thank you, Henry. Great.
Madame's garment has been cleaned and awaits her in the guest room.
Well, I should get dressed. I've just about given up.
Oh, I'm almost finished, huh?
You know, honey, I don't mind you spending your time down here making things if you just straighten up.
Barney.
I can't thank you enough for your kindness.
Oh, no, my pleasure. A little going-away gift from me to you.
Oh, how wonderful. Where on earth did you find an orchid at this time of year?
Oh, no, it's mechanical. See, I made it.
You made it? I'm holding a Barney Schlesinger original.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll treasure it. Mr. Schlesinger.
Oh, no, Barney. Just call me Barney, please.
Barney, would you think me forward if I came to call on you one evening soon?
Katie, my girl, I think you can find me here every night from now on.
keep swinging on its arms.
1.2.
It's on its way.
You know, I gotta worry. Report from the front, Captain. Lieutenant McPherson has a word.
This is no joke.
What? What if he can read our minds?
He's gonna be real mad when he gets to me.
1.4.
Keep moving around, you guys. Keep it quiet.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Am I wrong, or are you supposed to be in bed?
Daddy, there's a man in my room.
1.6.
Sweetie, you just had a nightmare.
I was not. I saw him, Mommy.
It's my turn, I guess. I think I'm just going to go have to see who this is who is bothering my little girl. And if he can read minds, then he's going to be real mad when he gets to mine.
He was over there, Daddy. He was watching me.
There's nothing there, Megan. See, it's closed.
He scared me, Daddy.
I know, Megan, but it was just a nightmare. Now, my big girl isn't going to be afraid of some little nightmare, is she? Come on. In you go. Now, look, okay. Can you keep a secret? Okay, well, when I was a little kid, I had a lot of nightmares. Monsters.
Monsters?
I mean, they were in the closet, they were under the bed, they were everywhere. But my dad, he told me the secret. And then I wasn't scared anymore. Monsters cannot get you if you hide under the blankets.
They can't?
They can't. That's the rule, and even monsters can't break the rules. That's my girl. That's good. See, the only problem with that theory is that blankets can't hide you from Daddy's. Okay. All right. Okay. Calm down. Now you're going to sleep, right?
Right.
Good night, kid. Sorry.
Jeff? What's wrong? God, you look like death warmed over.
No, it's nothing, I tell you, honey, I thought...
What?
Nah, it's absurd. It's like daughter, like father. And the man, it was a chair full of clothes.
Well, she has your imagination.
Yeah. I was wondering where it went.
She's okay, right?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Here's your story. North Pole, November 3rd. Ed Scott reporting. World's greatest traffic. One
All right. Hello. Well, I have roast beef here. I have baked potatoes in there. I have salad right here, and I have wine. Now for you, you get milk. All right? How does that sound?
Yeah, like paradise regained. Why don't you go wash up, honey? Hey. What's wrong?
Wrong? Now, what makes you think that something is wrong?
Clues, Sherlock. The last time you served wine was the day your car got banged up in the school lot. So what is it this time?
This morning in class, a student asked me where I was during Vietnam. So I told him I was in school.
You were? I remember it distinctly.
I neglected to tell him that the school was in Canada.
Well, it's none of his business.
That's what I told him. So why do I feel so guilty? No. Is it true? I'm doing it again, aren't I? Okay. Now, is this the part where you're supposed to tell me that I didn't do anything wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong.
Good. She still remembers all her lines. You are a perfect woman. Thank you.
Maggie, come on down. Dinner's ready. Megan? Megan? Oh, honey, you didn't wash your hands.
The man was upstairs, Mommy. He talked to me.
Honestly, now come on. Let's get you scrubbed up for dinner. It's okay to play pretend, but you mustn't blame somebody else if you forget to do something.
It's not pretend, Mommy.
Okay, there you go. It's a little better. Jeff! Jeff!
What's wrong?
Jeff, did you see him? Did he come past you?
What? Who?
The man in the wheelchair. He was there in the mirror. No, he was in the hall. I saw him in the mirror, and then he must have come past you, Jeff.
A man in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Look, honey, wait a minute. I mean, I think I would have noticed somebody coming past me in a wheelchair. And besides, how could anybody get a chair down these stairs?
Well, if he didn't come past you, then he's still...
He's gone, Mommy.
Oh, Maggie.
Don't be scared. He's a nice man.
What the hell is going on here? I don't know. I think it's time I found out.
Okay, look, don't freak on me, spaceman. No. I need you, man. No, just him. What the hell's wrong? No, man!
It's me. It's just me. It's just me, sweetie. It's just me.
I'm the reason he's here.
But you didn't do anything.
Oh, no. I can think of something I did. I got drafted. But I chose Canada. I copped out on Vietnam. And now it looks like Vietnam is catching up with me. See, maybe Vietnam was my fate. Maybe I was supposed to die there. And maybe this legless ghost is the guy who went instead of me. Or maybe he got killed because I wasn't there.
No. This is just your guilt talking, not you.
You said no to a dirty little undeclared war. You helped stop that war, Jeff. Now you know that.
No, I don't know it. All I know is that I have to leave because if I go somewhere, then he'll follow me and you and Megan will be safe.
Oh, maybe, but maybe not. Jeff, whatever this is, we've got to face it together.
Well, you're right. You are right.
Yes, Susan?
Your husband's on 5.
Thank you. Where have you been? I've been so worried.
Denise. Is it you?
Of course it's me. Are you all right? You sound really strange.
Strange? No. I'm fine. Denny, how are you?
Denny? You haven't called me Denny since high school. Jeff? What is going on?
I just need to see you, Denny. Just for a little while. I'm at home now, Denny, and I need to see you.
Okay? Okay, I'll be right there.
Hi, Susan.
Jeff, you all right? You look terrible.
Huh, yeah, well, I feel worse. I just spent the night in my car on Frontage Road. Is, Denise here?
She went home about 5 minutes ago, right after you called.
Right after I called. I didn't call.
Of course you did. I put you through not 10 minutes ago. I ought to be able to recognize your voice by now.
Honey?
Jeff?
You're looking real good. I mean, you look even better than you did back when we were together.
Oh, God.
What happened? Is that the question? What happened? What happened? Vietnam happened, Denny. And the draft lottery. And a landmine. Denise? Denny, I don't...
Jeff! I'm up here! Jeff! Jeff, I'm up here!
Honey, come back. All right, you. You're me. That's bingo. And this isn't happening. Then a dream? Well, yeah, well, right. But are you dreaming me? Or am I dreaming you? I mean, I don't give a damn one way or the other. You see, I think we're both real. I think that somewhere around 1971, we came to this fork in the road. And you went one way, and I went the other. And we ended up in different places.
Jeff? Spaceman? On your road? What happened?
To us. To us. Oh, Denny, yeah. You and me? Oh, well. Gee. You died in a motorcycle accident when I was in Nam. The guy you were riding with didn't believe in helmets. That's why you're here, because I'm guilty. I'm guilty, okay. That's all right, but if there's any retribution owed, then it's to me, and to me alone. You have to leave them out of it now.
No. We went to Canada together. We made the decision together. I'm a part of him, and everything that happens to him.
That's why I loved you so much, Denny. And you, what? I mean, come on. You think that I would hurt them? God. And they say us vets are crazy. And tell me why. I'm dying, man. I mean, you know, the doctors, they never tell you what's really going on, but I could feel it. And it's okay. You know, I mean, I lost everything important to me a long time ago. I lost my legs, I lost my girl, I lost my future. I even lost Jeff. And the spaceman. Ooh, yeah, I mean, come on, he doesn't have much going on except some really horrible memories. So, you know, I'm laying in the VA and I'm just waiting to get it over with. Come on. And I'm thinking, and I'm wondering, you know, how it would have been with Denny and me. You know, if I'd have done it differently. And I'm laying there. And I'm wondering. And I guess I just wondered myself here. I just wanted to see him, brother. You did okay, McDowell. You did okay. I wasn't even there. I wasn't there either. I mean, I wasn't there for Denise. I wasn't there for Megan. Yeah. Come on. I think it's probably time I went.
No, you can stay. If you want to.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I'd like to. Be nice. But, I can't. I got some nice memories now, though. Thanks. The flashbacks. I mean, it must work both ways. You and me, we're the same person, right? I have some memories. I have some good memories. Maybe if we touched. No, you don't know what you're talking about now. But I have good memories. The day that Denise and I got married. Our honeymoon. The day Megan was born. No, it's no good, see? Because then you'd have all that stuff about all those men dying around you. Then you'd have all the years in the hospital and in this damn chair. No, and then you'd remember Everybody backing away from you, everybody watching you. You know, come on. Hey, I mean, you'd be waking up with nightmares. You'd be screaming. I'm not afraid of a few nightmares. I can always just crawl under the blanket. I guess we're both heroes, huh?
We make our choices, and afterwards wonder what the other road was like. Jeff McDowell found out, and paid the toll. A lesson in courage and cartography from the map makers of the Twilight Zone.
Harry, Jason has to change. We're leaving.
Just 5 more minutes and bring down a cold beer, will you?
Harry, you've had 2 already.
I can count, Sally. Just bring down the beer.
Mommy, why does Daddy spend so much time down there?
I don't want you to worry about it, okay?
still too high. Relax.
Jason has to leave.
Better, much better.
My sister's expecting us before dinner, and it's a 2-hour drive. Better hurry, kiddo. Don't you think he's a little young, Harry?
The earlier they start, the better. I want everybody in his family to learn how to protect himself.
He's only 7 years old.
All right, lay off, will you? I don't see why you have to drag him all the way to Kansas City every time your sister gets lonely.
Jason loves to go. And what do you care? The way you hole up down there every weekend, you wouldn't know if we were upstairs or on the roof. I miss her, Harry. She's about the only person I can talk to anymore.
Sal, you haven't told your sister about the shelter, have you?
No, of course not. I know how you feel about that.
You are never to tell anyone about the shelter. It's our family secret, just the four of us. Don't you ever forget that, Sal, not for a moment.
Mom?
Yes, Harry, I said I understood. Come on, kids, let's go.
You coming by with the receipts later?
He said around 6:30.
Why don't you take him hunting this weekend like you used to?
Yeah, I just might at that.
Bye, Daddy.
Yeah. Jason, don't let your cousin push you around.
Sorry I'm late. Last minute rush. Old man Richter came in, wanted to buy a new clip for his automatic, and then a couple of hunters from Wheelerville needed ammo. Well, it's a good week, all told. Hey, have you heard the news about this Middle Eastern thing? Oh, it's getting scary.
This evening, the fighting seems to be spreading.
Where's Sally and the kids?
I went up to Kansas City again to visit with her sister. I was just putting dinner in the microwave. Stick around, I'll pop in another one.
Just minutes
Great,
ago,
sure, thanks, Harry.
that the President and First Lady did indeed leave the White House by military helicopter half an hour ago. Tillman refused to disclose their destination, nor would he confirm that their departure has anything to do with the escalating crisis in the Middle East.
Well, I guess it's just like you predicted, Harry. The whole world's going straight down the old toilet.
Going? Ha! We're already in the toilet. Drugs, terrorism, pornography. It's worse than any war. Sally used to understand all that, but now she lives in a dream world. All she wants to do is turn my son into a mama's boy. Or worse. I tell you, Nick, I almost long for it.
What?
The bomb. It could put a lot of things right again. You and I, we don't belong in a world full of degenerate rock stars, hairdressers, bureaucrats. Sometimes I dream about it. Afterwards, starting over with my son in a purified world. In a world with all the scum burned off of it, with everything basic and simple.
I don't know, Harry. I can't imagine anyone wanting to live in a world with so much gone.
What would be gone? Just an ugly, screwed up world slowly being eaten up by pimps and cowards?
Yeah. But you'd have to survive a nuclear war now. There's not much chance of that now, is there?
Oh, it can be done if you plan on it.
You mean build a fallout shelter or something like that?
Fallout shelter wouldn't be enough. Not here. Dunstan's only 4.5 miles from Wakefield Air Base, a prime target. Any shelter'd have to be deep and blast-proof.
Sure.
Nick, we've known each other since high school. You've been working in my gun store for 10 years. Hell, you're practically a part of the family. I think you deserve to be let in on a little family secret. The door's lined with lead. The walls solid concrete, 4 feet thick, completely radiation proof. These gauges give me outside temperature and humidity. That one monitors surface radiation. The shelter has sleeping, shower, and bathroom facilities for 5. Over here is the medical supply cabinet. All the water's pumped in by an indoor well. Power generators with a 300-gallon fuel tank. Air filtration system. Draws air from the outside, but through 30 feet of gravel and charcoal.
Harry, this is amazing. How did you do this and still keep it a secret?
Remember when I had the pool put in?
Oh, no.
That was my cover. I hired people from out of state. While half of them tore up the backyard, I had the rest of them dig this out. I told them it was for a wine cellar.
A wine cellar? You?
They were illegals. What did they know? I built everything else myself. No one knows it's here, not even my neighbors. Especially not my neighbors. My family. And now you are the only ones that know about this. And we're sworn to secrecy. Do you understand, Nick?
Yeah, Harry. I'm just flattered you'd let me in on it.
There's food and water here for 5 months, and, well, if something happens and there's time, you're welcome to join us here in the shelter.
Thanks, Harry. I don't know what to say.
Look, I saved this for last. A multi-band communication system. I'll raise the antennas. They're located under a concrete slab in the backyard that could push up through a ton of debris. It's to link me with other survivors afterwards. The neighbors think it's part of some elaborate satellite TV.
That was a live report aboard the aircraft carrier Nimitz, now in position in the Gulf of Sidra. Defense Department sources confirm that the armed forces have been placed on red alert and an emergency cabinet meeting is being held at an undisclosed location. The president has issued a statement in which he states unequivocally that
Stay here. Don't move. I have to make a phone call. I'll be right back.
Any escalation in the fighting. We go live now to John Shepard in our Moscow bureau with more on those alarming reports that many Russian cities are being evacuated.
Hello? Sure. It's Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Hello?
Have you been watching the news? I want you to pack up the car and come home.
Are you crazy? We'd be driving half the night.
The whole country's about to blow up. I want you here.
Harry, every time there's a minor international crisis, you think we should barricade ourselves in the family tomb.
A little louder. I don't think they heard you in Iowa. Listen. If you're not out of there in the next 5 minutes.
You're drunk, aren't you?
No. Sally, wait, look. Send Jason back home. Put my son in a cab and send him back. I don't care what it costs.
He's afraid of you, Harry. He's staying here.
Sally!
It's happened. This is it! This is it!
The antennas, did you lower them?
Well, no, Harry, I don't know how. Oh my God!
Damn! Damn! That was our only connection with the outside! The shelter's completely radiation proof. Even the radio waves.
I gotta get home. My parents.
Nick, you need me. Nick!
I get home.
No! Nick! Stop! Listen!
I gotta
Listen,
go.
you're not going anywhere! It was a direct hit on the air base! Listen to me. We're gonna have to stay down here until the radiation levels drop. At least a month. Look.
No.
Look, Nick.
No. Hey, Harry. There's someone up there. Someone's coming to rescue us.
Don't be ridiculous. Look at the radiation level outside. It's the walking dead up there. Survivors looking for food and water. You better pray that they don't find us. And I'm ready for them if they do.
We're down here!
Shut up, you idiot!
Hey! Oh, why? Oh. What the heck did you do that for, Harry? They could have saved us. They could have been anybody.
They were scavengers, not rescuers. If you'd have let them know we were here, they would have busted that door down and taken our food and killed us. Or we would have had to kill them. Don't you understand anything, damn it? Don't you understand anything?
I thought you said the radiation would go down after a month or so, Harry. It's been 3 months and it still looks the same.
You're not very good in tight spots, are you, Gatlin?
It's cold. Why is it so cold, Harry?
If you'd spend more time shaping up instead of pacing and moaning, you'd be a lot warmer. We've got to be ready for whatever it is we find out there. "10 months and the radiation is just as high. Man, they must have really cut loose up there. Kansas City, Topeka, LA, Paris, Moscow, all gone. No wonder we don't hear any more noises. Must be like trying to live in a microwave oven. Your parents, my son, all dead. In a war like this, they didn't have a chance."
You know, Harry, deep down inside, I don't even think you give a damn. You love all this.
Gatland, you haven't got the guts or will to survive. I'm sorry I didn't realize that before I asked you in.
What the hell is the point of surviving in a dead world?
A better world, you'll see.
I doubt it. You come to hate everything eventually, Harry. I don't even know why I'm trying to stay alive.
That's simple. You're afraid to die. You've always been afraid of everything. I should have known better. For years, I gave you work. I took you on hunting trips. I tried to make a man out of you. It's not possible.
You're right. You're right. And now all I have to do is to find the guts to choose how I want to die. And who I want to die with.
You're not doing anything. You're hysterical, Gatland. And I've had as much of your whining as I can take.
can't open the door. What's the code, Harry? Let me in, please. Harry! Let me in!
Nick! Can you see anything moving?
God, Harry. It's horrible. There's no daylight anymore. It's freezing. There's nothing but mountains of garbage. The whole town is gone. I've been crawling around for hours waiting for the sunlight, and it never comes. The air smells like burnt plastic. I feel sick, Harry. Let me in.
I can't. You're contaminated. If I let you in, you'd only kill us both. I'm sorry, Nick. It was your decision.
No! I didn't mean it, Harry! So help me God, please! If you let me in, I'll be fine! Please, Harry! Please let me in! Harry, let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Harry! Please! Let me in! Let me in!
It's been a year since the tragic accident at Wakefield Air Base. That horrifying day when one of our own nuclear cruise missiles detonated without warning in the bomb bay of a B-1 bomber as it was preparing to take off, instantly leveling the small town of Dunston, Kansas. The world will never forget the shock, destruction, the appalling loss of life. A shock that many now feel pulled the world back from the brink of war. When the decision was made to bulldoze the highly radioactive ruins into as compact an area as possible and seal them under this vast radiation-proof dome, no one could have foreseen how sacred a shrine it would become. For the Peace Dome, as many call it today, has become the world's most powerful and enduring monument to the utter folly of war. Each month, hundreds of thousands of visitors come from all across the country and from around the world to get a first-hand glimpse.
Mommy, is that where Daddy is buried?
Yes, dear, that's where Daddy is buried.
Meet Tanner Smith, circa 1916, disciple of a young writer named Jack London. Tanner Smith, now consigned to what is affectionately known by the Bowery Boys as the Ref. A grim sojourn into solitude, despair, pain, and sooner than he knows, a curious corner in the Twilight Zone.
I've been watching you.
I know.
You gonna tell your father?
Why would I do that? I wouldn't want to get you into trouble.
It'd be worth it. You're so pretty. Does your hair always shine like that?
Almost always.
I saw you go into the library.
I like to read.
Well, so do I. Books about wolves.
You better go. I wouldn't want you punished.
But I want to see you again. Talk to you.
I don't think that would be wise.
I'm not wise. I'm just hungry for someone. I'm Tanner. Tanner Smith.
I've got to go.
Oh, wait. Well, can I see you again? Please?
We'll have to be careful.
I dream about you.
So you say.
Oh, it's true. Pretty dreams. The trees are as high as the sky. Do you ever dream about me?
Sometimes.
What is it?
The dreams frighten me. They're dark sometimes. Winds are blowing and I hear strange sounds. I wake up fearing I'll be calling your name and my father will hear. I have another book for you, Tanner.
Another Jack London.
I know how you like stories about wolves.
Oh, a wolf mates for life, Amy. Did you know that? For all his life, he'll never know another. I have something for you, too.
It's lovely.
It was my mother's.
Really?
No. That ain't true. I don't want to lie to you, Amy. I don't ever want to lie.
Then where'd you get it?
picked it off a drunk in Chatham Square. But I never hurt no one, Amy. You gotta believe that. I'm sure I had a real gift for picking pockets, but it was just a way of surviving. I had to do it. It's just a way on the streets. You understand?
I don't care about all that. I know what you really are. I love you, Tanner. My sweet, gentle Tanner.
Amy. Dear Amy.
Kiss me, Tanner. Kiss me.
Thus saith the Lord, I will deal with thee even as thou hast done. Just like him, Mother. In the hay, at dusk, with any filthy scamp that winks an eye. A wolf steals a lamb from the flock, eh? Well, my young sir, to me belongeth vengeance and restitution. I have warned you time and time again to stay away from the scum in this place. They are animals, beasts, to be caged away from the decent people of this world. I have taught you the scriptures, girl. I have prayed that you'd live by them. And I will not have my flesh betray their righteousness.
I hate you.
And if you should choose to disobey me again and crawl to him in the night, I'll know it. And I will see to it that he's found dead in some dark hallway.
No!
Girl, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right. You'll kill Tanner if I ever see him again. I know him. He'll do it.
Well, now, Amy, you know the hooky ain't gonna let that happen.
You're nothing but a broken down old bum. What could you do? I just want to die. That's what I want. To be dead.
No, Amy, dying ain't the answer. Not for you, not for Tanner. Because you're young. And you're in love, and you must never give up hope.
I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't mean it, Hokey.
Oh.
Amy, have you seen her? Her father didn't hurt her, did he?
Not her spirit, boy. She's a bright arrow. She has the power to soar above her father's deviltry.
Oh. You know where she might be?
She spends her evenings in the library, poring over the books like she's searching for something.
I gotta see her.
No, Tanner, you can't. Her father told her he'd have you done in if she saw you again.
I don't care.
No, Tanner, you mustn't.
I gotta see her.
Oh, Tanner, no.
here. My father.
I know, the hokey told me. But I had to see you. I had to.
I've missed you so much.
Amy, we gotta find a way out of here.
I've thought of everything. There just isn't any way. Except...
Except what?
Come with me. It's probably the oldest book in the world.
But what is it? What's it got to do with us getting out of here?
Just listen to me, Tanner.
I'm listening, but I don't get it. But I just don't understand, Amy.
You believe in the human soul, don't you?
Well, I guess I do.
Tanner, this book is all about releasing the soul to renew its existence into another time and place. Look, you see these lines?
Yes, I see them, but what does it have to do with us?
I don't know if it's really true. But the book says by concentrating on the lines, you'll soon be able to see a door. And if you persevere, you'll be able to open that door and pass right through it.
Pass right through it? But to where, Amy? Where?
A better world, Tanner. A free world.
Daughter.
Like you or someone was calling me, and then the gate was open.
Tanner, there's no time. My father will know that we're meeting.
But we're outside. We could run away right now.
No, Tanner, it wouldn't work. He'd find us no matter where we went.
I can hardly breathe without you. How can I live without you?
Tanner, Listen to me. I have found the only real way out. It's in that book I showed you. It's another world, Tanner. A younger world.
What are you talking about? I don't understand you.
Please believe in me, Tanner. When the time comes, you'll know.
But Amy...
I love you, Tanner. I'll always love you. Now get this piece of paper to him. Make him believe. Promise me.
I promise, Amy, I promise, but I don't think he'll believe me.
If you're convinced, he'll believe you.
Amy, are you sure of what you're doing?
For the first time, I do feel hope. Now remember, Hokey, I may seem dead, but I won't be. My mind and spirit will just separate from my body.
But Amy, if you seem dead, your father will think you are, and he'll try to bury you.
I don't know what will happen, but I'll be free.
Amy. Amy, wake up. No! Why would you leave me? Why?
She killed herself because of you! Damn you! Take him to the hole and lace him up tight! You killed her, and you're gonna rot in hell for it! Hell, that's your home, young sir. A true disciple of your master you are.
Amy! Why didn't you wait?
Tanner!
Hokey? She's dead.
No, Tanner, I swear I saw her. She left her body, moving into the other world.
But how can that be?
She told me how she did it, and how you can do it too.
Thou shalt vow a vow unto the Lord thy God, Thou shalt not slack to pay it. For the Lord thy God shall surely require it of thee. Thou art my battle axe and my weapon of war. And the enemy is the son of the morning, the disciple of Lucifer.
If this is our last chance, please, believe me and do as I say. They're together, running free, in a place where no one can hurt them again.
A song of the younger world. A tale told on wintry nights when the moon is full. Of living with wolves and learning to howl.
Hello, Marie.
Thank you, Marie.
Bon appetit.
Found this in my office, on the floor. I think you dropped it. Ira, I've seen you staring at that picture before, mooning over it. I know it's none of my business, and I shouldn't pry, but are you and Valerie having, problems?
Marvin, what are you talking about?
She isn't a client, is she?
A client?
Ira, is there something going on
with her?
you believe it? He wanted to know if I was having an affair with the girl in the picture.
And what did you say?
What do you think I said? I said, Marvin, you yut, that's my wife.
You didn't even recognize me?
Well, come on, sweetheart. I mean, you were just a girl back then.
Oh, I see. In other words, now I look so much older.
No, you're more mature now. Then you were flighty, you were silly, you were cute.
What am I now? Quasimodo? So that's why you're always mooning over that picture.
Of course not, sweetheart. That's not what I meant at all. It's just, I don't know, back then, things were different. I was different. You were different.
We were kids. Would you really still rather be driving around in that stupid old van of yours, searching for ourselves, finding who knows what kind of body lice?
Don't tell me you don't miss those days. You said so yourself. I couldn't get enough of you in those days. I was insatiable.
Well, it certainly wasn't my sense of style that attracted you. I looked like a bag lady. But if you want to see cute...
Listen, Val, I really don't want to see another picture of your damn dog.
Not the dog, Ira. You were adorable. I'd really like to see you going into court looking like that.
Why can't we be more like we were back then?
It's late. I gotta get up early.
Hey. I am still insatiable, you know.
So take an appetite suppressant or something. I'm going to sleep.
We've never denied that Cal Methyl dumped the stuff there. We're simply saying that since it was all done over 30 years ago, that their culpability must be viewed in an historical fashion.
That is the most self-serving argument I've ever heard in my life.
In 1958, the prevailing opinion about a corporation's responsibility to the environment was vastly different. Cal Methyl will clean up the site, and that'll be that. Besides, no one's health was impaired.
Marvin, how do you sleep at night? Mothers give birth to deformed babies because of our climate.
How can anyone doubt the public-mindedness of a corporation that sponsors 2 symphonies and 3 TV documentaries a year, all on endangered species?
We're not a PR firm, for God's sake.
Come on, man. The argument is not without precedent. You know it. It's exactly the same position that Ogilvy, Melnick, Blinkman, and Schramm used in the New Hampshire versus Faraday case, which, as you very well know, the smart one says is going to be upheld.
Marvin, pull over. Stop the car. Stop the car, Marvin, right now!
But Ira, the reservation's for 12:30.
Can't help it, Marvin. I'll see you back at the office.
I'm probably waiting there already.
How's it going?
Valerie, what is this? Some kind of a joke?
I knew it. I knew you'd freak when you saw me.
What'd you do to your hair? You're supposed to be at work now?
Cool out, Ira. Don't you like what you see?
Val, this isn't funny.
It isn't supposed to be. Come on, Ira, relax. You've been wanting me this way for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, but
Then quit fighting me.
A joke is a joke, Val.
Call
This is ridiculous.
her. Call her.
How did you do this? You look so young.
Call her.
Hello, aerobics. Can I help you?
Yeah, Annie?
Ira?
Yeah, it's Ira, right. Valerie's not there, is she?
Yeah, of course she is.
She is?
I
told you.
Yeah, you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
I'll put her on.
Hello?
Valerie?
Ira?
What's wrong, hon? You sound...
Wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I won't be home for dinner.
You have a late appointment.
I have a late appointment.
Oh. Okay. Ira?
Yeah, Val, listen, I'll get something to eat somewhere.
Love is all you need.
Love is all I need. Listen, Val, I'll get something at the deli, okay?
Ira, are you sure you're all right? You sound like you've had a stroke.
No, I'm fine. I'm real fine.
You were incredible.
The whole afternoon's ahead of us.
Val, I am totally wiped out. I'd have to be hospitalized by nightfall. This day, it's real. You are real.
And I'll be here for you whenever you want me.
But how did you? Where did you?
I'm the girl you married, Ira. The one you dream about. Why, don't ask so many questions, Ira. You can blow a good thing that way. Don't you get it? You've been thinking so much about the way it used to be that what you want so bad has become real. That's me. The Valerie that you remember. The one you hoped would never change. And I haven't.
I wish I could say the same.
Tell me about it. What's with the suits?
That is my court costume.
You did it. You're a public defender like you are.
Corporate counsel.
Bummer.
Well, my life's not so bad.
Then why are you so sad? You never used to be a sad person, Ira. What happened?
Valerie, yippies turned into yuppies. Jerry Rubin runs a business networking salon, whatever the hell that might be, and that is what happened. Okay, I know how that must sound, and you're right. There's much more to it than that. I'm just being facile. I'm oversimplifying. I mean, it's a whole evolution of the social infrastructure we're talking here. So much more gradual, much more complex. Jeez, Val, you gotta understand. You must. You were there. We were gonna change the world, remember? Somewhere along the line, I don't know, we lost each other somehow. The Est and the me decade, leveraged buyouts, tanning parlors, aerobicizing. Seems like nobody cares about anybody anymore, except himself. Our focus just narrowed.
Then we need to expand it. Let's do some window pane and watch the walls melt.
Valerie, if I went anywhere near LSD, we could watch my brains melt right out my ears. Sweetheart, nobody does that anymore. Wake up, smell the 80s.
Jeez, Ira, you are a stone drag.
Where you going? You just got here.
You know, man, we used to laugh at people like you.
Valerie?
I'm in here.
Who's laughing in here?
The TV, Ira. I turned it off when I heard you come in. There's nobody here but me and Herman Hesse.
Sid Harton, huh? Wow. You know, there was a time that I thought the whole damn key to existence was contained in this book. You were reading with the TV on?
Yeah, I just got an urge. It's something you said last night.
Don't stop on my account.
I was just about ready to go to bed anyway.
You go on. I'll be up in a while. I have some transcripts to proof.
I called your office today. The receptionist said you never came back from lunch.
Yeah. There was a meeting at Cal Methyl on short notice. Took all day.
Okay, Ira. How could you all let it happen?
It wasn't exactly a conscious choice we made.
I mean, how could anybody who cared about money as little as you did suddenly need to have it so fast and so often that you have to have it from a little machine on the street?
I guess I figured if I couldn't change the world, I'd settle for a little corner of it. Mine. Ours. Make it safe and secure, and that takes money.
And have you done that?
I'm a sellout. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's not that, babe. It's just, well, are you happy?
Yes, I am happy. I don't know. Most of the time I am.
something is missing.
Sure there is. Me. Come on, honey, you've got to tell her.
What about
I've been a memory too long. It's her turn now.
I had a great time. I felt like a kid for a while, but I cannot do this to her. This is my wife we're talking about.
Ira, who am I?
Oh, God. Valerie?
Ira.
What in the hell is going on here?
Ira, wait a minute. It's not what you think.
What the hell it is, and how could you do this to me?
Hey, wait a minute. Who's that?
Forget about her. Who is that? I want to introduce myself before I kill him.
Oh, my God. Ira. It's me. So you've been doing it, too.
What do you mean, too? Come on, everybody. Let's not get uptight.
You know, you're beginning to sound like something out of a rerun of the Mod Squad.
If there was ever a reason to get uptight, my friend, this has got to be it. What is going on here?
I don't know, but I guess two can be nostalgic as easily as one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy is not taking my place.
But Ira, what about me? What about us?
Forget it. I must have been crazy to even consider it. I want the two of you out of here right now. Why? I haven't wasted my life. I deserve to be here. So does she.
Yeah, man, we've got a handle on all this stuff that counts. The dreams, the ideals, the love.
What are you talking about? You are 18 years old. You don't know squat about life or love. Real love is commitment. What am I saying?
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Ira, we almost made a stupid mistake. Say, we nearly lost each other because these two.
Where'd they go?
Who cares? They were beginning to annoy me anyway.
They? You mean we?
Were we really like that? All that arrogance, that naivete, that pomposity.
Idealism, the passion, the fire.
Well, what if they're right, Ira? What if we really wasted our lives?
You know, I wasn't aware of the fact that our lives were over. I mean, just don't suddenly lose your social conscience because you cut your hair, you know. Come here, will you? Come here. You know that world out there that you wanted to change? It's still out there. It's just that our focus narrowed, that's all.
Then we need to expand it.
What do you want to do? You want to drop a little acid and watch the walls melt?
No. No, I want my life to be about something more than watching my weight and thinking about how it used to be.
Why don't you make it that?
And how about you putting in some hours at that legal aid clinic that's always after you?
Maybe I will.
And maybe we could have a baby. As long as you're still insatiable.
I think I will be.
It has been said the 80s are just the 60s 20 years later. The costumes may change, but the cast remains. The arrogant, the radical, the naive and the cynical, the misplaced and the spaced. Each a stage in the growth of a generation as it treads the tail end of the 20th century.